Good evening and welcome. David Bell here from ChatBox Productions, and we're here for another, well, I'm going to say a midweek shout out, but we're not quite in the middle of the week. It is a Monday, so we're here for an early week shout out. As always, joined with my co-host in the studio, Mr. Nick Looby. Good evening, Nick. Do you know what, Nick? You're called David Bell. There's two David Bells. David Bell.
Am I? Let me do something about that. Let's talk over it, mate. Talk over it. Over it. I'll become myself again.
You could be Mr. Looby. Mr. Nick Looby is here with me in the studio. Small technical issues there, but we're going to get those corrected because we want to make sure. There we go. Look, see, Nick is Nick. I promise he's not a double of me. But welcome if you're tuning in and watching our early week shout out. We're all talking about what's coming up on the show this Thursday morning. And like always, we've got a couple of great guests joining us. But this week we are going international, and we have people joining us from North America, the USA, and also in South Africa, Cape Town. But more of that in a short while. So, Nick, early on in the week, but how was the weekend? Did you manage to get out and about? Did you get some downtime, put your feet up, or was you busy working away?
Did indeed, my friend. A bit of downtime, a bit of work around the house. Got out on the bikes in the sunshine, right? Lovely. Also got out, put the trainers on, nice long trail run. Really good. Excited. In less than 2 weeks' time, I'm doing the Stour Valley Path. That's a 50k run. That'd be exciting. I'll wave as I go past if you're anywhere near the Stour Valley. Really excited. So I've got to keep the training going, can start to relax a little bit. But yeah, really good weekend. It seemed to whiz by, mate. These weekends started to feel a bit more normal, and they're flying along. How about you? What you been up to, man?
Yeah, busy weekend. It was a bit of a family weekend, out and about, down the park, just getting out and enjoying some fresh air and a bit of sunshine. We did have a little bit of rain here as well, but more sunshine than cloudy weather and raindrops. So it was quite pleasant, but going to be a busy week this week. Lots going on. People to see, and lots of chats to have with some great customers and some new prospects as well. So it's going to be an exciting week ahead.
That's good. I'm getting a sense that people are kind of easing back into this normality or whatever it might look like. See, a lot of people seem to be changing jobs. Do you think this is kind of one of the hang-ups from the pandemic? Right? I guess we'll see this for some time. People are having a rethink. What do I really want to do? Where do I really bring meaning? And is it time to move? I see lots of people. LinkedIn seems very busy with congratulate such and such on their new position. It seems to be a daily occurrence.
Yeah, I think there's lots of opportunity out there. I think if you've got a particular skill, maybe you're great in a particular niche industry or sector, then I think there's so much opportunity maybe to look at something new, something different. The working from home, maybe you're going to work in an office quite regularly. You're thinking, hey, this job's working from home. That fits me perfectly. So I think there's a lot of change that's happening. And also, I think a lot of people are also going, do you know what? I can do this for myself. I can set up and be my own boss. I can be an entrepreneur. I can, rather than working for somebody and in an organization and kind of, feeding their pockets, lining their pockets, I can do it for myself. And that's the great thing of running your own business. You're in charge of your own destiny, your own time. And hopefully,
look out! It's a roller coaster ride, and maybe with the kind of the furlough shift in, less money. Maybe people have decided, now's the time. Imagine that, right? Imagine if you got your whole team, okay, and they've been furloughed for a year plus, and then they think, right, furlough's coming to an end. Okay, well, thanks very much, but I'm off. I'm gonna start up in competition.
Yeah, thanks for paying me for the last 12, 18 months. Whenever you got furloughed, I'm going to go now and do it myself. And there will be an element of that, I'm sure. And of course, if you were on furlough, there's nothing stopping you working anyway. You can work in another organisation. So I'm sure there was people that were furloughed, taking their income from that particular source, and maybe they did set up their own company and they were off out there running and building and developing. And once that furlough runs out, they just wave goodbye and off they go.
I've heard lots of stories, good, bad, and very ugly stories about the last 12, 18 months. But let's talk more about our guests, mate. So USA and South Africa, right? What a global show we've got coming up this week. It does make me think, though, USA, right? We have a live show. North America, what time in the morning will it be when our amazing guest, Keith Little, joins us on the show?
So when Keith joins us, it's going to be 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 in the morning. He will be either staying up to get to the, that 3 o'clock time to watch the show, or he'll be, going to bed ultra early, so he gets up, at 3 o'clock to join us on the show. Either way, I think his words were, I'm going to be wired with caffeine. And I assume that means he's going to be having lots of coffee, Red Bull, or whatever that will be to fueling ready for the show. And he's joining us. But let's talk a little bit about Keith, actually, because we joined last week. We joined his podcast and we recorded a podcast with Keith. And wow, great fun. It really was great fun, wasn't it, Nick?
It was one of those pieces of communication. You think that I wish every communication was like this. It was informative, it was fun, it was massively professional, right? He might have to get up at 3 in the morning, but the man is a professional through and through. Brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. The podcast sounds great. It's now out, right? You should people should download it and have a listen and let us know what they think on Thursday.
Yeah, so Keith will be joining us on Thursday. But if you're interested in listening to the podcast, the Fuel podcast, you can download it now or listen on your favorite podcast platform. I think he's covered them all, to be perfectly honest. So it's from Spotify right the way through. Find which one that you listen to your podcast on, download it and listen in. I'm sure you will thoroughly enjoy it. I am going to pop into the chat now, actually, if you want to know where to get it from. There it is. There's the link into the chat for those that want to click and download and listen. It's a great hour. We had great fun recording it and really, really enjoyed it. But the best bit is it is going to be released as a video version as well. So we did it through the Zoom platform. So first you can listen to it, but if you want to see Nick and I in full action alongside Keith, you can also watch it when it's released. I believe it comes out a week later in the video format as well. So do look out for that. We will share it on this channel as well. But Keith will be joining us on Thursday morning as one of our fantastic guests and talking about living in the US, filming and creating these podcasts that are going out on a global platform. He will be wired on caffeine. We will just finishing our breakfast and enjoying the show. But then we move on after Keith has been on the show. We've had some great fun. We've got Debbie Whittaker that's joining us, and she's coming from South Africa, Cape Town.
Brilliant, mate. We'd be very keen to know what the world looks like in America, what the world looks like in South Africa. Lots to ask Debbie from Coolcumba Communications. Lots of questions about PR and marketing. She's the guru. She knows her way around PR and marketing. Everyone's going to learn a massive stuff from the genius that is Debbie. And audience, lovely audience, feel free to join the show and ask a load of questions. Ask Keith about podcasts. Ask Keith about sales. Ask Debbie about PR and marketing. Let's put our guests under a little bit of friendly pressure, and we'll bring those questions onto the show. Let's make it as interactive as we can. It's going to be very cool. I've got loads of questions already, mate. Loads of things I want to ask.
Yeah, that's going to be absolutely awesome. So do tune in Thursday morning, 8 o'clock. That's BST, British summertime. If you are watching wherever you are in the world, let's see how far we can reach this week, Nick. We're obviously going to get, listeners from the US, which we quite often do, South Africa. Let's see if we can get our guests over from New Zealand. We've had a number of people joining us from around the other side of the world. Let's see if we can make this a truly global show and have people tuning in from here, there, and everywhere. And when we get people popping in the chat, Nick, I'm on the International Space Station and the show sounds excellent. We know we've ticked the huge box. So that would be great. If you are listening up there, do give us a shout out. And of course, if you're watching the show, pop into the chat. give us a wave, a virtual wave. Tell us who you are, where you're coming from, what you're up to, what your business does, and we will give you a shout out as well. We want to promote your business, and if you want to join us on the show, you can do that as well. You can quite happily tweet us, pop a message into the chat boxes, send us an email, however you want to reach out, connect with us, tell us, and come on to the show. And in fact, if you go to chatboxproductions.com, there is a drop down there. You can click the join the show, fill in the quick survey, and you never know, you might be joining us another week, another time, like Keith and Debbie this week.
Yeah, people are doing it. People are doing it. They're going online. They're clicking the link. They're saying, can I be on the show? And the answer's, yeah, come on the show. Share your magic. Share your value. Lots and lots always to learn. In fact, I've got a sense that August is mostly full already, my friend. So click on the link now rather than later, and we'll probably get you on the show in September.
And also do remember, we are also launching, I was going to say releasing, but launching our late night show, and that will be on screen near you very, very soon. We've just got a final few preparations to organize, and we will be then running our late night show, which we were talking about it, but it kind of come up. It was what Keith's suggestion, wasn't it? It was the Looby and Bell show. It's still going to be Nick and I on here talking. It's going to be, there'll be some business content in there, but it's going to be this, that, and anything. That's how that show is going to roll. We'll be talking to people from here, there, and everywhere. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great, mate. More great conversations coming our way. Audience, look forward to seeing you Thursday morning at 8 o'clock, or wherever it might be in your part of the world, whatever time it is on the space station. Don't know what time they keep on the space station. Hopefully our audience will let us know. But yep, look forward to it. 8 o'clock Thursday.
Bye-bye.